Hey fellow Force users, what is up? It's Jasmine, the AhsokaTanoFan, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey guys, it feels good to be back on camera this time. If you guys have been keeping up with my latest content, you'll notice that my last two Andor videos were done off camera just to try and get it out to you guys sooner. And now with the final 3 episodes of the series having dropped, we're gonna do this one on camera. I appreciate you guys being patient with me as well. I've been loving Andor this season, but to whoever's idea it was to drop 3 episodes a week, I just want to talk. I just want to have a conversation. Yeah, as you guys know, it's been a killer for me. As great as the series is, I just do not like the 3 a week. It's just so much content at once that it's actually hard to kind of break down everything and fully have time for each episode to marinate, if that makes sense. You know, if this were done on a weekly basis, episode 8 for example, we'd have all week to talk about it and speculate. With episode 9 coming right after, it just leaves us no time to do that. And I don't know, I much more prefer the weekly drops. But nonetheless, we're going to be reacting to and doing a breakdown video of episodes 10, 11, and 12. Just a quick few words of the last 3 episodes, guys. You can check out my video for the full breakdown, but I thought that they were fantastic. Everything, it was tragic as well, with the Gorman massacre, the death of Cyril, which I did not see coming, as I mentioned in my video, and I was also disappointed by that too. I was hoping that we would see more of him going forward and perhaps change Cyril away from the Empire. And then of course we had Mon Mothma's epic speech, and then Cassian came to her rescue. Pretty much masterpieces of episodes right there. Really well done, and so I'm definitely looking forward to the final 3 episodes. I don't want to speculate too much, but without further ado guys, let's fly our way into episode 10 of Andor now and check out what's in store for us. This intro theme sounded a little bit different than how we used to see it. How we're used to seeing it. All right, 1 year later, so another time jump. Okay, so there's some type of, I think, incoming transmission or... Okay. So they're getting ready for something.
I think we used up all the perfect.
What does he mean by that?
Tuck your shirt in.
Are they like a thing? Also, something else. Does anybody else feel like Kleya kind of looks like a young Carrie Fisher, like Princess Leia in a way? And then also her name's Kleya, which sounds similar to Leia.
You rang the big bell.
I always wondered if it would work.
Okay, so it was Lonnie that was contacting them, I believe.
I'm burned.
Oh,
They'll
shoot.
get me soon enough.
How did he get burned?
I have my wife and my daughter tucked away for the moment, but I need you to tell me how you're going to get us out of Coruscant.
Tell me what you've done.
It seems like he doesn't want to tell Luthen what he found until Luthen promises him safe passage out of Coruscant.
How hard will they come?
They'll come at this with everything they've got. Assume they're coming now.
Then there's no time to play games.
You know what? I wonder if he found out about the Death Star, because that's what Rogue One's about, right?
It's a lie.
And we're getting pretty close to Rogue One now.
All of it. They're not looking for partisans on Jeddah. They need Kyber crystals, the crackdowns, the public order, the labor camps.
Hunting for what?
A weapon.
Yup.
Building a secret weapon for
Yeah, 100% the Death
Colonel
Star.
Yavin wasn't even told until a month ago.
What kind of weapon?
Where will you take us?
Yavin.
See, I don't know why I feel uneasy about this, because like as soon as he tells him, I mean, Luthen may help him, or he may see him as a threat because he said he was burned. So you tell Luthen that you're burned and people are coming after him. Will he even want to like keep you around, you know? Because Luthen has that tendency to eliminate you if he sees you as a threat, so I don't know. Oh, love cat. Oh my gosh, is that Lonnie? Is he dead? Oh my gosh, I was literally just saying this. Luthen killed him. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, Luthen. Luthen is bad sometimes.
Engineer Galen Erso. Super weapon based in Scarif.
They said Galen Erso. Is that person related to Jyn, I wonder? Jyn Erso? He killed Lonnie. Oh, that is so cold. And the man had a wife and daughter and everything. Okay. I think they're trying to eliminate any trace. Who's that? He doesn't look as though he's expecting anyone. Oh, he's putting on that smile again. Oh, shit. That's not who I was expecting.
Calm here. Is everything real?
Ah, what a wise question. Only 2 pieces of questionable provenance in the gallery. I thought this was a fake.
Why is she setting her stuff down like that?
Is it real?
We still don't know. The tension mounts.
You can't help but feel like this conversation has multiple meanings.
I may have something for you.
It would have to be stunning.
Now I'm nervous. What if it's not?
Not what?
Stunning.
What does she have?
A vintage Imperial Starpath unit.
Oh, shoot.
What do you think?
She's trying to see his reaction.
And here you were. All that time.
Yeah, she knows exactly who he is.
Hiding in the shelter of Imperial peace and quiet.
Freedom scares you.
Freedom. You don't want freedom.
You want order?
You want chaos.
Oh, no.
How confident you are.
We're done here.
Confident and terrified.
The building is surrounded.
Damn.
Rebellion isn't here anymore. It's flown away.
That was a good answer.
Galaxy out there waiting to disgust you.
Oh, I love the dialogue.
Will be telling us all about it.
Is he gonna let her walk out of there? Oh no, does she see something? But he probably planned for all of this.
Turn around.
He might kill her.
Turn around.
Oh, wait. He killed himself? No, he killed himself? He's that devoted to the cause?
Keep him alive. Keep him alive. He can't die. He can't die.
Well, he is right. She is terrified. Wow, Luthen. Didn't even try and run or anything. I just feel so sick that Lonnie tried to warn him of all this so he'd have a chance to escape, and then he killed Lonnie, and then now he's potentially killed himself. Like, it's just a waste. I like that shot of the bottle and the ship in the background. Oh, wait, are we gonna have a Kleya flashback right now? She was there as a little girl, maybe. Oh, that's Luthen there. Oh, maybe he's smuggling her out. So never mind, they're not a thing. I think they more have like a father-daughter relationship. That's the name of the episode title. Make it stop. Oh, she's putting her hair up. That means she's getting down to business. But seriously, don't you guys see that too? She looks so much like Princess Leia.
Make it stop!
Wait, don't tell me Luthen used to work for the Empire. Or is this the early rebellion? Yeah, that's it. I thought he was hiding her there, like smuggling her out. So that's Kleya. So I guess they're killing her people then.
What can I do?
So I think when he introduced himself to Dedra, he said Luthen Rael. Here they're calling him Sergeant Lair. So I'm guessing Lair is his actual last name, and Luthen Rael is just what he goes by as his rebel identity. I could honestly have a series of just the two of them, like, and all their adventures and missions that they went on preceding Andor.
We'll be taking command of this hallway.
Clear everyone immediately.
The floor's full. These are my patients.
Then I'm sure you'll do a better job moving them than we will.
Oh my gosh. Dedra's so savage, man. And such a bitch. But I also really like her as a character. Oh, her hand's still injured from when she had to remove the listening device. I would love to see Kleya kill Dedra. Is that her injured hand, or is she just trying to make it look injured so she can be seen by a doctor? Or blend in with everybody else? Oh, okay, yeah. Does she see him? Oh no, she sees Dedra. Or the Empire. Oh, that's how she knows what floor he's on. Well, she's walked away. This would be Kleya's opportunity.
I have a call into Partagaz.
Well, we'll have that forwarded for you.
What does that mean?
Are they
You're under arrest.
firing her? Oh, they're arresting her?
I have access. I found him.
I came with an ISB marshal.
I have to talk to Partagaz.
He sent me.
Dedra should consider herself lucky that she's getting arrested. If that means Kleya won't get to her.
7. Forget it.
She's smart, eh?
Yes.
Aww.
20.
10 if you smile.
20.
Does she know how this works?
We already have an offer for 15.
18's my max.
Sold. But no smile.
Hahaha. She handled that like a pro, man. I do like that we're getting to see more of their relationship this season.
You can have it, Brady.
Are they slaves or are they taking them? Like, I don't know why this almost reminds me of Jesus being forced to walk with his cross.
We're leaving.
They're gonna execute them or something? Oh, they are gonna execute them. And Kleya just watches? Wow. No wonder she is how she is. Damn. No one should have to see that, but especially not a child. It's interesting also how the guy said they keep finding people who did it, but he only mentioned one sniper, so it's like they're just killing people for the sake of it, and each person they killed, they claim had an involvement in it. Like, who was the actual sniper, right?
All you know now is how much you hate. You bank that, you hide that. And when I tell you to move, you move.
Well, that's what he said to her in present day. Okay, so now she's trying to get onto the 18th floor, right? I wonder if she's going to try and flirt her way in the way she kind of flirted with Lonnie.
I was sent for Dr. Nash.
This unit is closed. Let's go.
Never mind. I guess there's always that option too. Okay, now she's got a limited amount of time because someone's going to find his body. It kind of reminds me of the Last of Us game. As soon as you take out one person, someone else finds their body, then they know that you're there, then they all start looking for you. It's just so hard to hide because there's windows everywhere and... Is she calling for backup?
It's a beautiful place.
How long do we have?
Oh, she's older now, it looks like.
Why are you doing this?
Because today it's real.
You promised.
I lie. Get used to it.
At least he's honest about lying. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if it's a trigger. So now, does she have a trigger right now? Yes, she does. Good girl. But how the hell do they have all those planted? Not a girl. She's gonna take his uniform now? The other lady said that this room is keeping him alive, so how is she gonna get him out of there exactly? Or is she there to rescue him, guys? Or is she there to like let him go, basically. Let him go peacefully before they can start interrogating him. Maybe that's what he told her to do. That's what it's looking like. Yeah, she just let him go. Oh, that's so sad. I was hoping that maybe he would be awake enough or long enough just to say a few words to her. That's sad. Aw. Luthen was a very complex character. Like, he did a lot of bad things too, you know, but at the end of the day, you do feel for him. Run, Kleya! And especially learning more about Kleya and his relationship. Wow, that's it. So Luthen's gone. Oh, is that how the episode ends? Oh man. Alright guys, so overall thoughts, that was another solid episode and definitely a lot of tension, and I feel like they're building up for the next 2 episodes as well. This episode was definitely a Kleya Luthen centered episode, which it felt appropriate with all the flashbacks and whatnot, given the fact that we did end the episode off with Luthen's death, which was really sad because he is one of the OGs. He's been in Andor from the beginning, and so to finally see him go out like that is sad, but it's poetic in a way because it feels like he went out on Luthen and Kleya's terms rather than somebody else's terms. Arguably you could call that freedom in a way, right? Deciding to go on your own terms. And freedom is something that he and Dedra were discussing earlier on in the episode. He said to him that he doesn't really want freedom, he wants chaos. We'll get to that conversation more in a minute, but I really like seeing more of Luthen and Kleya's relationship. It's kind of funny because earlier on in my reaction, I couldn't tell if they were a thing, but then I was thinking, well, he does seem a lot older than her, but you also never know, right? But in fact, the love they share for each other is very much a father-daughter kind of love. For some reason, I just love these kinds of relationships, like father-daughter sort of relationships. We saw it in the Clone Wars with Anakin and Ahsoka. We saw it with Joel and Ellie in The Last of Us. Now we're seeing it with Luthen and Kleya, so I really like that, and it just goes to show why the two of them are as close as they are. It looks as though Luthen rescued Kleya. Arguably you could say that Kleya even rescued Luthen and put him on the path that he was meant to be put on, and I think the two of them learned from one another. As much as Luthen was protecting her, she also kind of held her own in certain situations. For example, she was able to bargain with that lady, so I think that kind of showed Luthen that he could rely on her to a certain degree. I really like that. I like that pacing with us seeing Kleya make her way to Luthen in present day in real time, while also simultaneously seeing the flashback. The way it was paced made the episode feel a lot more powerful to me and made his death feel more impactful. And then so back to the Dedra and Luthen scene. So that whole scene from the beginning was pretty intense. It was ironic too because they both were putting on a facade, both acting as though they didn't know who the other was, but they're both fully aware of who the other was. They were saying things that had multiple meanings, the way they were talking about the items, the artifacts in the shop, and oh, how do you know what's real and what's not? It definitely is a reflection of the rebellion and the Empire, this idea that you don't really know who's who, right? Just like Episode 8 was titled, Who Are You? You never really know who anybody is. Someone like Dedra, I mean, she's very clearly on the side of the Empire. And that's what made Dedra and Luthen's dynamic kind of interesting, because they're both at the height of their movements. They're both fighting their own fights, just on completely different sides. As much as Dedra doesn't like him, I think she has to have a certain respect for him. Eventually it's revealed in the conversation that she knows exactly who he is, and then she has him surrounded, and they're then moved in to capture him. But of course he had already stabbed himself, which ended up being a fatal wound. And that just speaks to who Luthen is. He's so deep in the cause and so for the fight that he will kill himself before surrendering to the Empire. So as bad as he can be with not hesitating to kill certain people, he killed Lonnie, for instance, which I'll talk more about that in a second. He also is someone who's prepared to die by the sword. So you could call Luthen a lot of things, but hypocrite isn't one of them. He is not willing to do something to someone else that he wouldn't himself be willing to do to himself. Yeah, so speaking of Lonnie, I was sad to see Lonnie go, because Lonnie is a prime example of how you don't really know who's who. Yes, he was working for the Empire, but he was loyal to the rebellion, and he pretty much did all he could to help Luthen, to help the rebellion. And unfortunately, Luthen still decided that he needed to go because he was burned. And so Luthen saw him as a risk to the overall fight. And that's what's so tragic about this. Again, guys, this is why I love Andor, because we don't really get this level of depth in the movies. In the movies, it's very much black and white. The Empire is bad, the rebellion's good. And it's not that black and white. You have people like Lonnie who are actually trying to do the right thing, who work for the Empire but are actually loyal to the rebellion. And he lost his life for what? Because he was trying to help the rebellion and maybe took it a step too far. Now he's gone. Now that's a man that's ripped away from his wife and daughter. Like, that's just so tragic. That's something that the Empire would do. It almost plays into a line that Ahsoka said in Rebels, which was that in order to defeat your enemy, you have to understand them. But I would argue that in Andor, we're seeing them take it a step further. And it's not just that you have to understand your enemy. In order to defeat them, you have to become your enemy in a way. And we see that especially with Luthen. He does some things that the Empire would do to their own people. Alright guys, so that does it for my episode 10 reaction and review. So without further ado, let's blast our way into episode 11 now and check out what's in store for us.
2 ISB drivers confirmed dead, 1 missing. Vehicles, obviously the guards, hospital staff.
So you know what? I'm betting that this will look worse for them than Dedra. Because as soon as this guy takes over, Luthen's dead and all this happens.
I'll decide if we are in a position to admit patients or not.
Arrest him. This is an ISB crime scene. If you're slowing me down, you're a suspect.
This guy just wants to arrest everybody, eh? Right now I'm kind of feeling like this guy's gonna be worse than Dedra, if that's somehow possible.
All I have been told is that Supervisor Young is dead.
Is that why I'm here? What single thing would drag me to this forsaken basement?
Why is he getting so close to her, man? Back up.
Death Star.
Oh, she name dropped it?
I am not a rebel spy.
Oh, at the moment, that is the only plausible.
Oh, you don't like being in this position, do you, Dedra?
Young was a busybody, always on the fringes.
When did you give him your code cert?
My clearances, never. Why would I do that?
I don't have time for why.
He knows he had it, though.
If Young had my cert, then he stole it.
Supervisor Young spent 3 hours last night logged into your account.
Why is he touching her head like that? Oh my god, man, they might kill Dedra.
I was searching for Axis, and I found him. Yes, I'm a scavenger, but I've had to be. In classic fashion, your team tortured him to death. A crucial piece of information, rather than being directed my way, was buried and became something I had to scavenge
How
for.
terrible. The mindless decision to confront Luthen Rail on your own!
That's where she messed up.
Whatever Young told Rail, she knows too. He needs to be found.
We'll do our best to carry on without you.
Oh man. Damn. Are they deciding whether to let her live right now? That's interesting. Honestly, I like seeing her on that side so she can kind of realize the organization she really works for, you know, and what it's like to be on the other end of that. What is that? Is that an old weapon or an old device of some sort? Comms device? She's trying to reach out for help? Oh man, they've caught her, man. Damn. Maybe she's calling out to Yavin. Cassian, maybe? I wonder if we're gonna see Bix again, guys. I don't know. I have a feeling we could see her again, but not with Cassian. I don't know.
I, unlike you, have never cheated. I have my own.
Oh, they're playing with the droid. K2SO. This guy's gonna die, I have a feeling.
There will be no horizon to the scope of your inquiry. Failure will earn you a place
Next to Dedra?
in the ever-lengthening ISB Death March. Are we clear?
Death March. What the hell does that mean? They just keep making them walk till they die or something?
She's diseased. She escaped the hospital with an infectious condition that threatens everyone with whom she may come in contact.
The Empire, that's very imperial of them to do that, to basically cause fear amongst the general public in order for them to, you know, do their bidding unknowingly, right?
Quite this long.
We're moments away. Days. A few more tests. We're there.
Save the sermon for Palpatine.
days away. That's so scary. I like that shot, almost as if to say everything's closing in on her, you know? She looks like very small. A small bit of light surrounded by darkness.
I've been counting the orders we've disobeyed so far. Would you like to know how many? 17.
He reminds me a lot of the droid from Skeleton Crew, too.
He's dead, isn't he?
Cyril?
Rail.
Oh. She hasn't asked about Cyril at all so far.
We need to find her.
I'm sure there's an open cell down here for you.
I've just pushed out a massive search package, but you know, as well as I do, that she's too smart to go where they're looking.
No way I'm telling him shit unless he guarantees I can get out of there.
Pull the old Axis files. There was a radio on Ferrix. Anto Krieger had one. We found several of them.
So I guess he was being genuine and that he was just asking for advice.
Transmitter looks intact. They've been using Imperial broadcast pair for who knows how long.
She's impressed. Maybe you should join them, girl.
I can't trace back something I don't have a...
Oh no. Wait, does Kleya know that they're listening to this? That's not good. So I feel like by the time they get to Kleya to extract her, then the Empire could be there or on their way. That is a cool looking ship. We also haven't seen Mon Mothma yet. I assume she'll come next episode.
Where are they? 27 west. Up there. Far corner.
And he knows that because he used to live there. Even if the Empire comes, though, it's going to take a while for them to get to her location because they have to know the floor and take the elevators up.
Team 1 will leave. You'll be there to make the ID.
It's weird seeing the troopers without their helmets on. Other than Finn, I don't recall us seeing that really. At least not often.
It's your hot zone. Shut it down. TAC 171 initiating a sector.
Oh no. Oh my goodness gracious. Now she's not going to be able to contact them. Oh great. And also that means Cassian won't be able to contact him. Oh, and you can't even warn them that the Empire's there. They should be thinking something's up though right about now.
You good? Cass, is this it?
Yeah. It's been a while.
I guess nobody really keeps up the maintenance in that place. I'm thinking that they're gonna have to crawl through the vents or something in order to get out there. Oh, he knows.
They're building a weapon, a super weapon. Everything we've been chasing, that's the answer.
Hmm.
And you're sure Luthen's dead?
Oh damn, are we sure not? It looked like he died, but... Could they keep his body somehow in a Bacta tank or something?
Oh, I know about Yavin. I know all about it. I know what they think of Luthen.
They need to hear this.
Will you tell them?
Is she gonna die? I'm hoping not.
Did we request an enforcement droid? Sorry, repeat.
Oh! He came out the ship.
Are you with us?
No.
Oh my god. I thought he was gonna play along a little bit. It's like, nope.
He stayed for what I've just told you. And you need to tell these people in Yavin what they're up against.
Guys gotta hurry, man. She's almost moving like she's ready to die, man. Is that how it ends? Oh, come on, man. The cliffhanger, eh? Okay. Okay, guys, so another solid episode. This one also felt like a bit of build up to me, building up to what's to come. Next episode, obviously. So basically in this episode, we saw them try to close in on Kleya, track her down, and it looks like they're getting pretty close to it. That whole last sequence there was pretty intense. Just the parallel shots of Kleya. I told you guys, she kind of does look like Princess Leia. Kleya. As they're closing in on her, she's also pleading with Cassian to make sure he was able to retain what she just told him. And I just mentioned it in my reaction as well, but I just feel like she's really speaking as if she doesn't want to continue. Like, she knows this is the end of the line for her. And so I can't tell if they would kill her off or if they want to keep her alive to kind of keep Luthen's legacy alive in a way, because obviously no doubt she learned a lot from him and vice versa, right? And speaking of which, now they did ask her if she was sure Luthen was dead, and now I'm kind of questioning that myself. Are we positive that he is in fact dead, or did they somehow keep his body, like I said, for a Bacta tank? Maybe we'll have to wait and see what happens next episode. I definitely would not want my body to be kept by the Empire. Oh my goodness, can you just imagine what they do with your organs and the experiments they'd run? No, that'd be a complete nightmare. But yeah, so overall, pretty intense episode. We saw a very intense scene as well that stood out to me between Dedra and Krennic. This kind of plays into what I was saying, which was that I think people out of fear do the worst things, commit the worst acts. And you look at someone like Dedra, and she's done a lot of evil things, and she's very dedicated when it comes to her work. Even this other guy, Hirt, I think is his name, he is becoming a little bit brutal himself, just arresting anybody that challenges him. You saw how he talked to that one guy, the medical director. But then you see who's above them, and you kind of understand why they are the way they are. Their life is literally on the line. And so what it essentially comes down to is that these people are afraid, and that's why they are acting out the way they do. And an organization like the Empire cannot really exist and be as powerful as they are without scaring its citizens, right? And even Partagaz, I think I got his name right this time. They were discussing what they should tell the public in terms of Kleya and why they need to capture her. And rather than saying that she's charged with treason and sedition and all these things, he said, no, we should tell everyone that she was carrying a highly infectious virus. In both those scenarios, definitely the latter is more likely to get support from the public in terms of them helping the Empire track down Kleya as well. So yeah, it's a very scary thing. And actually, there's a famous line from FDR, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and it goes like this: we have nothing to fear but fear itself. And you pretty much see that in the Empire. Fear is the center of everything. It's why everyone acts the way they do. It's how they keep everybody in line. It sort of trickles down, doesn't it? You have the citizens at the bottom that are very fearful of the Empire, so that kind of forces them to comply. And then you have the people that work for the Empire, but they are also under strict rule, and so that strict rule makes them fearful and thus keeps them in line. And even at the top, when you have Darth Vader, how did he become Darth Vader in the first place? A lot of it had to do with fear of losing Padme, and fear of what the Jedi were becoming in his eyes, and everything just kind of comes down to that. So yeah, I think this episode did a good job illustrating that point, especially during that Dedra interrogation scene. And then you start to feel for her yet again, and that's what makes her such a complex character, because she's not a good person by any means, but you definitely have a lot of moments in this episode and in the series where you either root for her or feel sorry for her or kind of want the best for her, oddly enough. That to me is a good indication that you have really good writing and good characters. The fact that we can empathize with some people on the Imperial side, and the fact that we can call out some people on the Rebellion side for going too far, such as Luthen, but then we could still care for him at the same time. It just goes to show how complex these characters are. This is definitely looking like the end, or the beginning of the end for Dedra, I should say. I don't know that she'll get out of that cell. I don't know if the Empire will kill her. I also appreciate seeing the early talk about the Death Star, how it was all a lie, and how the Empire was claiming that this was all for an energy program when in fact they were working on a secret weapon the whole time. Just goes again to show the lengths that the Empire will go to lie, right? But they've been lying to their citizens for so long and indoctrinating so many people, like Cyril and his mom, for example, that by the time they even do make the Death Star, they'll probably be able to justify it to the citizens, and there's probably some citizens that will support it. They're not going to frame it like, well, we want to have the Death Star so we have unlimited power over everybody, including you guys. They're going to frame it like, oh, we need the Death Star to protect us. In case any enemies come, this is the best way to protect ourselves and ensure our safety. Like, they'll say something like that. Overall, guys, yeah, great episode. A lot of tension building. Great moments with the droid as well, K2SO. I love that he was tossing them around by the end there. It's in stark contrast to how we saw the droids used back in episode 8, right? Anyways, guys, that does it for my episode 10 and 11 reaction and breakdown video. You guys let me know down below in the comments what you thought of these episodes. And as always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you in the next video for episode 12, the series finale of Andor. Until next time, guys, take care and see you soon.